I remember the days when the surf would be rocking. Unless you guys knew one of us, no one's going out there with you guys.
It's still the same.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like 95% of the job is just like who
can handle it.
Who can go in, who can't.
Yeah.
Like, I can't tackle them physically stop, but there's some psychological tricks you can use to make sure they don't go in.
You dumbass, I don't want to have to go out and rescue you. That's one.
There's a progression I go through now.
See, that's why I wouldn't do well. Where's my taser? They gave you a taser, right?
That would be some guys need it, yeah.
Welcome back to Happening Now with Hammer. I'm your producer behind the switches and knobs, Cousin Adam, coming to you from Newport Beach. I'm joined in the studio today, as always, by someone who's in a little bit of hot water with one Florida native. It's Hammer, and he's currently in a legal dispute with one Jimmy Buffett over who found Margaritaville first. Leave your response in the comments below.
He's lying to you. Okay, that's all I'm saying, all right? Love you, Jimmy, but we know the truth.
Also in the studio today, we got a couple hunks sitting over on the far side there, and they've got great stories for us. Who are we joined with today, Hammer?
Well, we are joined with Tim and Peter, and these guys are, if you were ever a young lady or boy, and you see those studly people out there that are wearing those red bathing suits, they're called lifeguards, those men and women, and you always wanted to be one, you don't have to worry about it. They are one. And they're here to tell us about what a wonderful life that is, and tell us a little bit about the Ben Carlson Foundation and what's going on there. What's going on, gentlemen?
How's it going, man?
Hey, man, thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Stoked to be here. I have to preface this. I'm becoming a lifeguard. I'm starting my training in June, so I'm not technically a lifeguard yet. Peter is full-blown lifeguard man. So.
Yeah, 27 years, but I've been on his butt to get it done, and he's finally doing it.
Finally doing it, but...
What took so long, Tim?
I know. I just, blame my parents or something. I don't know.
You're the super senior of junior lifeguards. Is that what I'm hearing right now? You've just been a three-peat now?
Just graduating. Yeah.
Are you guys with the oxygen bottle out there?
Yeah.
trying to get
CPR specialist.
So what made you decide now to become a lifeguard?
Well, for me, I made a film called Part of Water about Ben Carlson, the lifeguard whose life was taken on a rescue.
Let's get straight to breaking news from Orange County, where a veteran lifeguard has drowned.
You build this brotherhood, and those are the guys you call on.
We're the cops of the beach. Everybody hates us. You're not getting thank yous from people that you rescue. Most people are pissed off. They're embarrassed.
But they are truly heroes.
I think it was 9 years ago now. And in making that film, I was pretty inspired by the profession. It was pretty awesome to see these guys do what they do. And, I love the ocean. I'm a surfer. I'm a swimmer. I've been around the ocean my whole life. Being a lifeguard never really was something that I was interested in until I did this film. And I got a lot of respect for it. And I'm just giving it a shot. It's going to be more of a bucket list thing for me, maybe one season and done, but we'll see. I don't know. I actually got to make money, and part-time job, it's only 3 months. So I'm not saying they don't pay well. It's more of just not a long-term.
Tell me if I'm wrong or not, but did I play your movie, I think, at my place?
Yeah. We played it. We did
right?
a big, it premiered at, it was actually Newport Beach Film Festival, but at Lido Live.
At Lido Live, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was a huge turnout.
Yeah, we
guys, great movie. You got to check it out.
Yeah,
Where do we go find that now?
Everything can be found on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. So Dirty Old Wedge was the first film we did, and then Part of Water. Both were played at Lido Live. Yeah. So thanks for having us.
Hey, we did something right for a change.
And as far as seasonal community service goes, I would say lifeguarding in this town has got to be what should be at the top of everybody's list. I mean, your schedule sounds killer from what Peter has told us so far. But also just what you're doing for people who are coming out here trying to enjoy it and might not know enough.
Absolutely. I mean, I'll let Pete talk on that, but
yeah, it's awesome, but it's not quite what you think. I mean, a lot of times what we do is, policemen, firemen, they respond to an emergency and they're like clapped after it's, well, maybe not policemen now, but certainly firemen, they go in and save the day, right? What we're doing as lifeguards is preventing things. Mm-hmm. So when we go tell someone hey, you're in a dangerous spot, you need to move, they don't know that. So they think we're just being jerks, like telling them to move. And so a lot of the times, like they don't like us, or we go rescue them and then they're embarrassed.
Lifeguards are not meter maids, y'all. They're there to help you. Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't want to run all the way down there and go tell you what to do. Like I'm not, I'm happy listening to my radio up in the tower, but I'm there to help you.
Sure, you're hourly. Whether you're on the sand or in the chair, you're there doing the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
I got to say, guys, tip your lifeguards. You might make it to the day.
You might be onto something here, man. You'll probably be the fan favorite here.
That's true. Once in a while, someone will come up with a slice of pizza or something, and you're like, oh my God, epic.
There we go. Good.
Yeah, and in making that film, though, there was one, like, we noticed how much crap these guys are put up with. They put up with a lot of people complaining about random stupid stuff. And, I see Pete, I go down to Wedge quite a bit. I'm one of those idiots that body surfs down there. And Pete's working on the biggest of days, and the stuff that he's got to deal with on a nonstop basis, just people that should have no right to be down there, trying to go out, no fins on.
Well, they say if people had common sense, we'd be out of a job.
Exactly. Well, you know what? We were talking earlier, and guys, listen, when it's big, you go to the Wedge to watch the guys that know how to do it. You don't go in. So when a lifeguard tells you it's probably not a good thing for you to do, don't question them. Just do what they ask, because they're here for your safety, right?
Thank you for that PSA.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are watching the waves way more than anybody else who's popping down there for a good time.
Totally. We see things that the general public can't see,
Yeah.
just from years and years and years of doing it over and over.
When sand is a little out of place and going to become a problem for somebody out
Yeah,
there.
we see problems before they happen when other people don't see them, and that's our job.
A lot of those people that come down and they see the ocean a lot of them for the first time, and they have no idea that they're supposed to swim out before they swim in, or supposed to do this or that. And is there anything that people, that when they come, especially if you got kids, is there any place for those people to go and say, hey, can I get some advice where the best place is for us to go swimming and what we should be doing here in Newport?
Yeah, so Newport specifically, we're probably usually talking about summertime, maybe spring break or something. And that time of year, you're getting mostly south swell and not a lot of west swell. So anywhere from the Newport Pier up to about 36th Street is generally a very safe place to go. But at the very least, like, just go ask the lifeguard. Or, you can find the number on the city website and call like lifeguard headquarters. We appreciate that. If someone comes up with a big family and asks where's the safest place to go, that means that I'm not going to be running out of my tower dealing with this. They immediately are conscientious about it and are going to go where I tell them to go. And then everyone will be safe and everyone's happy.
And especially if you're a hot chick, they really want to hear what you have to say.
He would be like, this is the safest spot right here.
right next to me. Yeah.
Well, the best is when they come up asking for a Band-Aid. And it's like, well, where's your cut? And they're like, it's for a friend.
What a great job. I think, Adam, I think we screwed up, man, going into media. What happened?
Absolutely, dude. We're in here. The only sunlight we're seeing are lights I got to turn off and on.
I know.
What are we doing?
How tan these guys are, and we're over here. Jesus. Not doing it very well. But let's get back. I want to get back into the Ben Carlson Foundation and the movie. And shout out to my brother, John Wortman. My man, you did a hell of a job raising money for the Ben Carlson Foundation, didn't he, guys?
Yeah, John was phenomenal. He was a big advocate for getting that statue made, and a huge friend of the foundation from day one. So,
how is the foundation doing now, and what is it doing? What's its purpose?
So the foundation is doing phenomenal. We are in the 8th year of being founded, I believe.
Wow!
Don't quote me on that. Yeah, we've our biggest fundraising event is the paddle that's done every year, started by Spencer Purdy, good friend of both Peter and I's. He basically started this paddle from Catalina. Well, initially it was from Newport to Catalina. He ran around Catalina and then paddled back in 3 days. Pretty insane. That has since changed to now being a paddle from Avalon to Newport. And last year,
was that something that Ben used to do, though?
He was super athlete. Ben was doing things all the time. This is something definitely Ben would do and would have done with Spencer. But this last year, the paddle raised about $140,000. Insane, wow. for a one-day event. And, we're on target to do even more than that this year. the thing's just grown exponentially.
So Tim, why should I contribute? Where does that money go? What am I getting for that bang for your buck?
So the foundation has, they're doing 4 scholarships, I believe, this year. Typically it was 3 in the past. They're doing four $10,000 scholarships. They do an outreach to underfunded lifeguard programs. That's actually, Peter was just down in Nicaragua. I'll let you talk on that after I'm done here. But outreach to underfunded programs, and then just community outreach, just bringing awareness to water safety. They did a water safety summit recently, and they've been doing that every year. Guy by the name of Rob Williams has been doing a fantastic job of heading that program. So yeah, just creating awareness all around the water of safety.
So Peter, the Newport Beach program has probably got to be one of the best programs in the world, right?
You talking about the junior lifeguard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think there's 1,350 kids. I mean, I did it in 1990. I was a junior lifeguard, 5 years, 7 years in as an instructor, and it's one of the biggest and best in the country, probably the world.
So is that why all these places reach out around the world to ask you guys to come and help them out?
So it's actually not that.
It's not.
No, we as surfers who surf all around the world also in terms of lifeguarding, in years past, we've been going down to Puerto Escondido, dropping off buoys, fins, giving them all the things they need and some training. And then this last year, I just got back a couple days ago from Nicaragua. Same thing, like sunglasses. These guys are sitting there watching the water for 8 hours without polarized sunglasses or any sunglasses.
That's crazy.
Like the basics they don't have. They literally get paid $2 an hour, which is $1 more an hour than like the normal jobs there. And there's no money. So yeah, we bring lifeguard buoys, fins, backboards, and then we spent an hour or 2 day or a day training with them. And literally the day we left, we got a text from the woman who's kind of running the whole thing saying they just had like one of their biggest rescues they've ever had. So, I go on a surf trip and I leave having given back to that community and literally made a difference the day we left.
Yeah, but let's be real, guys. 22 years old, I get to sit on the beach for $2 a day watching hot chicks. Yeah, I guess I could stress out and do that. I'll figure out how to make a few other bucks. What do you think, Adam?
Absolutely. But now, do you guys use jet skis at all here in Newport Beach? And is that something that as you go abroad as well, are there teams that you train that on? Because that's a huge part of where I've surfed a lot up in Ocean Beach, between the fire guys who operate in Marin County and then the OB lifeguards. That's been a huge part of their program, given how much water they have moving in and out of the SF Bay and along the coast there.
Yeah. So, I mean, every beach is different and has its own unique needs. So when you look at like, so I did the New Zealand lifeguard exchange, 6 weeks touring all over New Zealand. Every beach there did it differently. And their entire way of lifeguarding was kind of shockingly different from how we do it, but different things work at different beaches. The reason we don't really use jet skis all that much is because the way Newport, it's so close to shore, the way that it breaks. There's not a lot of room for it. And there's just packed with people on that inside. Whereas you look at like Huntington Beach or Del Mar, other places that use jet skis more often, or IRBs, inflatable rescue boats.
Okay.
Those are more popular all throughout New Zealand. So it's whatever the beach needs. Also, how inclined is that agency to come up with new innovative techniques and change what they've done? It's kind of what works for each individual beach.
I think Newport needs to use jet skis
more
personally.
often. I agree. We should. And there's talk of it. It's just.
I see you guys, those lifeguard boats, you guys back those things up with no problem and you get right into it. Those boats seem to be able to handle that problem.
Works pretty well. Those boats have been around. My dad was a boat guard in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of a legacy. I never got on the boat.
I think those same boats are still here.
Yeah, they probably are. Yeah.
We turned over a few, but yeah. Actually, just recently, I think they've actually turned them all over.
Yeah, your dad's got his initials etched in.
Where else have you led these kind of like lifeguard training sessions? Have you done Southeast Asia at all?
So literally just those two. This whole thing's kind of fresh. It was really focused on just getting, because I'll be honest, this part of the Ben Carlson Foundation's goals, and it's being pushed more and more into the forefront now that we've seen the results come back. So Puerto Escondido was hugely successful over a couple of years. This Nicaraguan one has been extremely successful. And now I think there's a little more effort to push and find other spots. One for me personally that actually I've been meaning to mention to the foundation is...
Ooh, hot take. Everybody take notes right now.
Is it Popotla? It's just south of Rosarito. And on Sundays, it's like the locals beach. And on Sunday, I call it Borracho Beach.
Borracho.
At low tide, they bring down, I'm not kidding, 100 cars onto the beach. And if it's low tide, they're all drinking. Every single car is blasting their favorite music. So it's just a mashup of Mexican music. And then the tide starts coming in, they're all drunk. And I'm telling you, the cars are all getting stuck and they all think it's the funniest damn thing. And it's a huge, there's rip currents everywhere. Everyone's drunk. The kids are running around. And I was shocked to actually see there were 2 lifeguards kind of sitting up on the cliff with red shorts on. But I looked and they didn't know, one of them didn't have sunglasses. There was one buoy. I don't remember if they had fins or not. And again, so that's where I think a lot of that's going to come from is I saw a need in a certain place. So now I'm going to suggest, hey, and that's an easy one. We're not getting on flights. We're not doing, it's just, hey, let's drive across the border, have a weekend, train them, give them some stuff. So
Door to door, if you time it right, that's 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
And that makes a big difference in a small effort.
Yeah.
And the guys that are running that portion in the foundation, we're all spread out, split up. I do the merchandising and liaison with branding. The guy Skeeter, and I think who else is it? Skeeter and
Skeeter's usually in charge of that
Skeeter.
stuff.
Yeah, this guy Skeeter, amazing guy. He is in charge of finding those new locations. And it's like, hey guys, you see anything, let us know, and we'll gear them up type deal. Ben was a big advocate and big supporter of the Puerto Escondido guys because that's where he went. He loved big waves, so that's where we first started our efforts.
I think the real big question, which a lot of our viewers would want to know, mom and dads go, okay, I will want to get my kids into this program. What do I have to do?
Junior lifeguard, I'll let Pete talk on that.
Yeah, I actually I just did the junior lifeguard swim test timing. So you start there. There's times you got to get based on your age. So that would be the number one thing. But it's it's not just Newport residents. It can be from anywhere. But it's really from 9 to 15 years old. Just train. Make sure you can make the time. Once you make the time, it's not hard to get in. It's just
what's the cost?
I believe it's $2,500.
No. It's less than 1,000.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
No, when you
more.
break it down, it's less than minimum wage for babysitting your kid. It's
nice.
incredible what you get for the price.
It's cheaper than summer camp, and they're learning things way more important.
Yeah, you're learning how to survive in the water. That's good stuff.
6 weeks long. It's less than 1,000. You get gear, you get new friends. What you learn will be life lessons forever.
Oh, amazing.
I could not recommend that program more.
Tell your teenagers they get to talk to hotties on the beach too.
Yeah.
Get
You
them in there.
meet girls from the other schools, in the area.
Or guys.
It's good. Or guys, whatever.
Yeah, no, I thought it was more. I had no idea. And my biggest regret in life was never being able to do that. Thanks, Mom and Dad, again. My parents put my brother and sister in through it, but we didn't. They weren't aware of it back when I was a kid. So
When I grew up in Washington State on the Puget Sound, which is just frigid salt water year round. So to even get in the thing, you're basically one hand on the dock. How long can I even be in here in August?
Right.
To have those programs around, I think throughout California, I know guys who have started doing that thing up in Humboldt, and to have it be such an institution within the beach community here is crucial. And then hats off to guys like Tim who say, I'm not going to let age stop me. I'm going to get out there.
I'm doing it.
My wheelchair works fine. I can zip on out there and.
I think it's an early midlife crisis for me.
Actually, have you asked those guys, are you the oldest rookie ever?
I might be, maybe, no, I don't know.
Guys, let us know. Do you think Tim's the oldest rookie ever?
Definitely the baldest, maybe.
No, you're just manscaped, dude. You're looking good there. You're good.
Thanks.
Did you like that one, Adam?
Yep, that was good.
That's an inside joke, but yeah.
I still don't think you understand the Manscaped concept.
Hey, take one look at me. You think I figured that out yet?
Yeah.
No.
So guys, when should we expect to see people paddling back from Avalon in the Ben Did Go 8.0?
Usually, a lot of people congregate, ends at the Newport Pier. So that's where everyone kind of hangs out. And it's somewhere usually around 2, 3 o'clock is usually about when you finish. So it's a full 8 to 9 hour paddle. It's 2 marathons, really. It's 31 miles, but length of time, it's a long day. And that's why I'm honestly one and done. And I just do the safety boat now.
Listen, just because I'm such a caring individual, Adam, I'm going to pay for you to do it this year.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, actually.
I would like to do it, and I don't know if this year is going to be my year. I think I've got a few more classes to do at DEF Newport Beach. But next year for the 9.0, I absolutely want to do it. Sign me up and double the donation.
And I'm going to go with you. I'm going to sit on my 80-footer drinking my cocktail watching you.
I'll be with you. I'll be with you.
I'm just, hey, you're doing great, Adam. Keep it up.
I'll sponsor you too, Adam. How about that? Yeah.
If I could get a straw full of Mai Tai every mile, I'm in.
I think they allow that. Yeah, no problem. Hey, guys, if you want to become a lifeguard, man, look it up in Newport Beach. The coolest place to be, all right? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Catch you next time.